Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Alpha 4.2.0 is now live. I want to delve into that release, the mini sale that's associated with it, the patch notes, highlight all the major and important changes, as well as giving you a little bit of context for Stormbreaker and the evolving story and associated gameplay, the direction we're going, all that sort of jazz. Let me start off with new ships and vehicles. We've got the Argo ATLS ICT and Geo ICT and ICT Rad, all new to this patch. These new ATLS combat and mining variants are found in-game through various means. The ICT and Geo ICT are a new trade deal from Wicklow for various components. The ICT Rad is exclusively found at the new ASD facilities in Pyro. Also, all ATLS variants can now be called up using the freight elevator in your hangars. This is really, really cool. You can store them like that as well. You'll notice that I didn't say the ICTs were on sale for real money. They appear to be in-game exclusives, as it were, at least at the moment. And I've already gone through the ways that you can get them, but you could ask to get them from another player or whatever as well. We could potentially purchase them off another player. Isperia Prowler Utility. That's a new ship. It's the newest stealth hauler in the game using the Prowler chassis. It's got 32 SU of cargo. It's got an integrated tractor beam. It's also got size 4 pilot weapons and a dual size 3 turret and quad size 2 shields. The Prowler Utility provides the tools you need to self-guide your payload and safely reach your destination. This one is available to buy with real money from $275. You can't get it in-game other means other than from another player, I suppose, until around 3 months' time. That is the typical exclusivity period for ships and vehicles from when they go on sale with real money and flyable to them actually being available in-game and in-game shops. We'll see what happens with the ICTs in the next 3 months as well. There's a mini sale on the RSO website as well, focusing mostly on dropships, it seems. They're selling the Asgard, Valkyrie, Cut the Steel, the Prowler, the Starlance Attack, and the Vanguard Hoplite. You can also pick up the Hazard Patch bundle. So these are little packs with some of the new stuff from the patch in, with some cool skins or whatever attached to them. This is $27, and it showcases a striking yellow and black livery. This bundle includes the Caldara Sterling Exploration Suit designed for maximum protection in hostile environments. It's a big radiation suit, and the Volt Prism shotgun. Also, you get a hazard paint for the Crusader Spirit. If it wasn't a paint for the Spirit, then I would probably go for this pack. So if they reduced the cost and it was just the FPS gear, I would buy that personally, because that's the sort of stuff that I'm okay buying microtransaction wise, or if it was a paint more relevant to me. Anyway, let's go deeper into the Alpha 4.2.0 patch notes. There is no wipe to this patch beyond the things that typically get wiped, sort of like your hangar layouts, your customizations you made to your character, refinery jobs, consumables, that sort of stuff. Please tell me if that is not the case with you, if you've lost a load of different stuff, because often there's edge cases where certain things don't copy across, but hopefully you'll have your ships, be they from Wicklow or contested zones, bought the real money or not, and your Alpha UEC. Yeah, as I said, tell me in the comments below if that is not the case, or even it is the case. Stormbreaker. So this is similar to Align and Mine. It's a sandbox activity across multiple locations. It's not a one-off event. It's permanent. It's non-mission related. It's an activity you can just go off and do. Panic rises as the regen crisis continues, although researchers far and wide have flocked to answer the call of Imperator Addison and be credited as the saviors of the Empire. Progress is slow. As desperation grows, more hazardous avenues of research are being explored, and the question arises, what price will we pay to hide from death? Disgraced weapons manufacturer Associated Science and Development, ASD, was quick to enter into regen research in a thinly veiled attempt to rehabilitate its image after an infamous incident that claimed 6 lives. But fear and moral judgment continue to surround ASD as its chief scientist, Dr. Logan Jorrit, refuses to disclose his methods. Explore the data facilities of Pyro 4, break through the radioactive storms of Pyro 1, and venture into ASD's lockdown research facilities to discover Dr. Jorrit's dubious research methods. Add a visit to Cloud Imperium to your journey and trade for a valuable asset. You'll need it, as the storm isn't the only thing that wants you dead. So yeah, there are data centers located on Pyro 4. These facilities allow intrepid explorers to begin uncovering the lengths to which Associated Science and Development have gone in combating the current threat to humanity's ability to conquer death. It's all to do with the regen crisis stuff. ASD shuttle stations found on Pyro 1 at the outskirts of two enormous never-ending storms and deadly radiation zones. These stations allow visitors safer passage into the disturbances during their investigations within. ASD research facilities. Hidden in the dangerous confines of Pyro 1's deadly storms, intrepid players are encouraged to explore these supposedly abandoned facilities and uncover what ASD has worked so hard to keep secret. These facilities also have one-way freight elevators that allow players to send items from inside the Lazarus facility out to the shuttle stations. You'll also find locked doors here that require multiple forms of authentication to open, such as to wear specific clothing, armors, or helmets, as well as keycards, codes, and all that sort of jazz. There are radiation hazards around these areas, implementing dangerous zones of radiation in specific locations, forcing players to adapt with specialized gear and strategic navigation. Players may encounter full areas that have been irradiated, rooms that would be deadly to enter without proper gear, and items and fauna that are dangerous to hold or be near. This update adds new radiation accumulation, resistance, and fall-off thresholds to player status effects. These effects will appear as new visual and player status cues with REMs on the HUD and can cause consequences resulting in player injury if not treated. This update adds new player outfits with high radiation resistance, as well as a base level of radiation resistance to all previous armor types. Something worth noting, there are enemies that will basically spit radiation at you and stuff like that as well, so just be aware. Dynamic rain in various locations around both Stanton and Pyro as a first step towards Genesis dynamic weather. We have rain clouds and cloud formations, lightning, new audio updates and water pooling and character clothing and texture shaders for more atmospheric experience at planetary locations such as Hurston, Arccorp, Bloom, and many other moons and planets around the Stanton and Pyro systems. Additional location updates. There's been exterior polish to the space stations and landing zone locations to reduce areas that can be used to clip into many of those locations from the outside. They've also added bigger cloud formations to Pyro 4 and increased temperatures there. Some other gameplay updates that I want you to know. All med beds now protect players for damage for around 30 seconds while staying in the bed after respawning. They've increased refinery job speeds across all types and updated to allow complete orders to be loaded onto cargo ships. There's been reward balance for the Rarari gathering missions. They've updated Bounty Hunter Guild missions to use the Patrol Mission V1 encounters, the rebalanced ones there. They've added 4 new hairstyles, the character customizer. There's a new equipment swapping hierarchy when swapping out gear using the new looting UI. This will attempt to transfer items equipped on the outside of a player's armor, like weapons, grenades, med pens, and backpacks, to the newly equipped armor or undersuit, though items stored inside the armor, like in pockets or whatever, will not be transferred, and tries to attach all of your gear to the sort of attachment points. If it can't, then it will put it in your backpack or drop it on the floor. There's a load of new rewards at Wickelo's, so you can get the Mirai Guardian Kai, the Anvil Mark II Super Hornet, the Misk Fortune, the Airpower Nox, the Mirai Pulse, and the RSI Medivac from them. So those and all of the previous ones you can get by going to Wickelo and giving them a number of favours to get in a lot of situations, a random draw into the pool of those ships that he has available. Scanning mode and targeting UI updates. So there's been further visual improvements here. They've lowered the required base emission to scan for a ship pilot's name from 80% to 10%, allowing you to identify a player's name more quickly and from further away. Additionally, they've streamlined ship targeting markers, limited the number of non-priority chevrons to 5, for like neutral targets and stuff like that. Targets show as chevrons until you target or pin them. Scan waves reveal all valid targets with their names and distances. There's shield regen updates, including changes to the reserve buffer per face instead of one single pool. This makes for a fairer redistribution of that, and there's been shield generator balance tweaks. Missile and torpedo balance updates have been made across the board. Actually, missiles and torpedoes have been readjusted to increase minimum lock ranges and lock timers. They've added a minimum activation distance for fire torpedoes to 1.5 kilometers, decreased the min/max explosion radius on a hit, and increased health of them appropriately. They've also greatly improved torpedo tracking capabilities, and explosive ordnance will now explode if distorted fully when they're armed or when their safety's off. Some other important ship and vehicle updates: they've added flight blades and bomb racks to the Persistent Universe stores. Flight turbulence has now been re-added or activated for ships. This will be most noticeable in storms and when near ground surfaces where proximity flight disturbances occur. They've increased the ship soft death ratio. This will cause ships to enter soft death at a higher health pool. That's all very much temporary anyway, because when we have engineering, that will be going away, I believe. Ground vehicle scanning adjustments have been made so that they share the same baseline as ships. They've updated all engineering components health scaling with increases and decreases across components. They've updated the ship UI to reflect average distortion of power plants as a percentage. They've enabled countermeasure actions while in scan mode. They've added gimbals to ground vehicle remote turrets. The Prowler series has had a load of updates, including buffing their health and reducing their cross-section emissions by 50%, a lot more stealthy now. The Idris series has had some updates, greatly increasing capacitor ammunition and alpha damage, increasing their health on the ramps and doors there, and making the turrets much better. The Starlancer series has increases to SEM nav and boost max speeds. The Starlancer attack has had updated hydrogen tanks. It's now 40 SCU, and quantum fuel tanks are now 3.35 SCU. Weapons and turret ammo max count have been buffed, and there's been some tweaks to its turrets as well. There's a load of various minor tweaks to a range of ships and vehicles as well, including changing the Singe cannons to be bespoke to the Banu Defender, greatly increasing the Polaris and 890 jump hangar doors and ramp health. The Gladiator can now swap its missiles, and all the 300 series loadout kits use the appropriately sized gimbals. There's a load of FPS gear as well. They've got the new Volt Prism shotgun. Mags are available for that in the shop. There's the new Cure Life Deacon pen, extra for radiation. The R97 shotgun has had a load of balance, increasing its damage per pellet, but nerfing loads of other stuff, the amount of pellets it has and its other stats. The environmental suit has been added to shops. They've adjusted the Volt Weapon series modifiers to improve hip firing recoil feel. They've updated all environment suit tolerances to be approximately minus 150C to 175C. There's a few other little bits and bobs I want to discuss. The Alpha 4.2 patch contains over 190 bug fixes for issues occurring in 4.1.1, 64 of which originated from the Issue Council, although I believe a lot more of those were exposed after they fixed Issue Council bugs, if you see what I mean. This is a good one as well, actually. They routed item recovery, so items spawn through the player's home inventory if the target medbed doesn't have a valid landing zone. Stuff like that as well has been done. They've made improvements to entity cleanup, spawn closets, tons of optimizations here as well, but there are still a few known issues, which I will go through real quick. NPCs get stuck in the Pharaoh data center spawn closets. There is a hotfix planned for this already. Some minables on Valakar will disappear when fractured. Some items equipped can't be dragged to then be held in a player's hands. Vehicle weapons are not usable on the Pulse P52 Spartan, as well as the Fury and Cyclone series. Naming ships and melting them or updating ship packages can delete all the non-stock items that are fitted, and in fact will. There are issues with the Idris turret gimbals being empty. The Idris shields do not stop any laser weapons except for Panthers apparently as well at the moment. There's a chance when placing items on the Stormbreaker Lazarus freight elevator that they'll be lost. Also, the shuttles there, bullets will not pass through the shuttle station's entrance curtain when firing outside. Argo ATLSs can be placed anywhere on a cargo grid without following the SU grid pattern. Contested zone freight elevators display internal area when attempting to move items to the warehouse. Target lock can just randomly become unlocked. There is a chance that delivery packages can't be placed on delivery shelves as well. Obviously, they're going to try and fix a load of those, but if the live servers are holding up, and please tell me if they are you having a great experience or not in the comments below. If the live sort of servers are holding up and they make some improvements, it's a pretty good patch. I really enjoy seeing all the Valakar and the cool new stuff. That sort of sandbox activity is pretty cool, but I want to know what you think. Boom! That's it for your updates. Alpha 4.2.1 is already with Eva Carty, and if you're wondering where engineering is, that will appear on a tech preview build in some time at some point. That could be within the next few weeks. It could be a little bit later. Tell me what you think about all of that. Is there anything major that I missed? Is there anything that you've discovered or want to talk about that patch? Have you bought anything? I'm just going to collect a load of icties and sell them to players? Are you going to click the links down below to get yourself some nordvpn.com/BoredGamer? Oh, what's that? Better privacy, security, and accessibility of the interwebs? Well, don't mind if I do. You click that, help support the channel, and you get yourself some NordVPN at a really good price. There's loads of other links down below as well. Like if you want THRUSTMASTER joysticks or Tobii eye track and stuff like that, bam, click those links too. Every month, we give away a Star Citizen ship and game package. We're giving away an Anvil Asgard this month, as well as a Tumbril Nova to go in it. This new heavy dropship's going to be great for getting your Nova tank to the ground. Just comment on any of our videos made during June to be in for a chance of winning. A random comment from June from a random video from June is chosen to be the winner for that. That ship package was given to us by CIG. Thank you very much for that. And if you would like to further support the channel, you can become a patron member, you can use the join button under my videos, you can use any of the affiliate links below my videos as well. Channel members that have used that join button and Patreon members get the same rewards. I really do appreciate people that have gone the extra mile, but you can also just like, share, subscribe, comment on these videos. It does really help. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great June. Please check out the rest of the videos on the channel as well.